animate with Godot with bones in 2D. The end result should look like this. Okay, so when we get started, usually I use a plugin called auto polygon triangulation. Okay, install. Okay, project settings, plugin, enable it. And then I'm gonna use a texture. I'm gonna use this one, a crab. Okay, we're gonna make a new scene. You can either, let's make a new scene from here. Now, normally if the texture is too large, it's gonna be not that easy to animate, but I think this is fine. We're gonna first, so this is a sprite 2D. If you run the scene, it's just gonna do nothing. So I'm not gonna cut it into multiple pieces. I'm just gonna animate just like this. First, I'm gonna convert it from here to a polygon 2D. Now, if you look close, you'll see that there's a lot of points here. That's not what we want, but it's nice that they separated these parts. It's gonna be important later on. So let's do simplification 10. It looks good, I'd say. Now the texture, if the texture was lower, maybe I would go for another simplification. Okay. So now this plugin we downloaded, what it does is when we update these points, it triangulates automatically. But there is a problem when you first generate the UV or the polygon from the sprite. The UV is in a different space than the polygon. So you want to go and copy UV to polygon. If you don't do that, if you put a point here, it will be way higher on the UV. So before getting started, copy UV to polygon. Now they're both in the same space. And now we can get started. One thing is you can't really delete these points, the edges. So you're stuck with them. So if you need more space in some place, you can kind of always move all the points until you get them where you want. Also, if as you move them, you'll see some triangulation might not work, so you kind of keep moving them until they're good. And after you move them, you want to copy the polygon to the UV so that the UV updates. So it's always copying from one place to another. Okay. So now it looks like this. What we want is to separate the things we're going to animate. So first we're going to animate this hand. I know I'm going to animate it, so I'm going to put some points. Maybe this, maybe here. I'm really not going for anything here just yet. I'm going to separate this. So now I want to separate this part from the main head. So I'm going to put some points here. Notice the triangles it makes. These are also important because it will affect the quality, but for now, it's fine. So now also here, I'm going to just animate this as one part. So I'm going to separate. So basically, I'm separating the domain or the region where this arm will be and the region where the legs will be. So there needs to be like a separation, because in Godot you can only animate per vertices. So you don't want the same vertice to be shared by two regions. Same here. If the head is going to be in a region, I want some vertices to separate it. Okay, so I'm going to put the vertices. I'm going to put the same here for this region. Okay, for the head, I think it's fine because I'm just going to move it and rotate it. We can keep also updating after we build the shape. Okay, notice how in some parts the triangulation fails. I would just, no. Oh, if you put inner point that you don't want, you can delete it. But again, you can't delete the white points. So I would just move it until the triangulation succeeds. Okay, also here, I think there's a problem. The problem why it doesn't work is this triangulation is written in GDScript, so it's not that performant. So it doesn't work for all the edge cases. I tried to improve it also in some region, but it's still whatever it is. Okay, now I'm going to separate the hand. Now here it's going to be a really tricky side. I know it. Okay. So we're going to put some points here. It's going to be too much work. Okay, now I'm going to separate these two. So, I might want it like this actually. Okay, this is going to be the separation between the two. That direction, and this is going to be in this direction. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is terrible. I think what's going on here is the angles are way too small, so it cannot triangulate normally. Perfect. Okay. You also don't want things like this. You might want them spread out more evenly. It helps a lot when animating. And like this also. You want the triangles to have equal size if possible. Okay, this is great. This I need to move a bit up. Perfect. Okay. So now, this is an empty polygon. Probably won't do much damage, but... So now you want to create a skeleton as a child of the polygon. And then I normally like to move it in the center somewhere. It doesn't really matter much. I already can look how I designed this one. But so how I came up with that, I just made bones. I just moved them where I wanted. So I know I want to move this, right? Now normally you want to give them names that are, so like I'm going to call this hand, this is leg. So this is like going to be maybe hand or shoulder left. I'm going to copy paste this. Now it has to be a children of this for it to look like this. And then I'm going to call it I don't know. This one, I don't know, hand. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same for the other hand. Doesn't have to be perfect. You want the name because you'll need something to identify them later when we animate. So you really want to do the names somehow. Okay, let's do... Actually, I can just copy this. I'm doing Control C, Control V, but you can also do Control D to duplicate it, so it's gonna not be a children of it. Either way works. So I'm gonna do the leg, the knee, and the foot. Do the same, but yeah, Control D works. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna put one that's gonna be the body. Now you don't really need to child all of them. Like you could put them also like this, or not. As you see here, I didn't in this one, so I just left them like this. But it's up to you. If you can also use modifications text later, but for now I prefer this. So from here, once it's done, all the regions you want to move, you override the rest pose, and you go here. You put skeleton, or you can drag it like this. also works. And then now you have to go to bones, sync. Now you have all the bones here. You know, you have to go and paint all of them. This can take some time. So what you're looking for here is to separate all the regions. You'll see once you put the bone, all of the things disappear because nothing is painted. So let's start with the body. Now, when you're painting, you want to use maximum strength. So you'll see as I paint, things appear back. Here's the tricky one. No, it's fine. Well, it's okay. Just, you have to also remember where you've painted and where you haven't. So you don't miss points, because then, so I'm gonna know, for example, this point will be from this region. If not, it's not gonna look great. Okay, that's it from the head. Let's go to the leg left 2. Leg left 2. Ah, I could have just named it leg. I don't know if I need to override the rest pose or not, but I like to do it. Okay, so you sync again if you make a mistake. So leg left. Now I'm gonna just want up to some point, because I'm gonna wanna have to bend it. So I'm gonna go like this. Now let's say the knee will be, I don't know, from here maybe. And then the knee, at this point. And maybe this, and then the foot can take the rest. Okay, if you've done a good job, if you move the points, they should kind of already work. So if you move the leg, here I can see it's connected to something there it doesn't like. We'll have to take a look at that. Okay, the leg right. Probably up to here. Here I didn't do a good job in delimitating this, which is not great. Maybe. Okay, let's do the knee. Where was the leg? Now this is obviously not a great shape, so it's more forgiving also. But if the shape is more standard, it's going to be easier to do the painting because it's more generally known what is in what region. Okay, so you want to check if this point is in the body or not. It's not, so this point is going to be only in the hand. It's going to go like this very nicely. Okay, now I'm gonna leave the last for the knee, or the hand, the shoulder. Wait, what? What did I do? Oh, this is this one. Yeah, this is the hand. So this is the shoulder. Well, it's fine. Okay, now the shoulder left. Let's see how the body looks like. It doesn't have that one. Okay, here I'm also missing some points. Should be fine. Anyway, okay. Probably okay. Actually, let's go all the way down. Okay, so now that everything is done, let's see how it looks and how it works. So that's just kind of perfect. You'll see why I wanted it like this in a moment. Perfect, kind of okay, average, okay. I think this is pretty good. Okay, two more. Perfect. So now I'm going to create an animation layer. You can put it child of this, or you can put it above it. It doesn't really matter. Now we're going to create a new animation. I'm going to go to all of these, and we're going to make a position and a rotation, because we're only going to use this. It's going to create a bunch of position rotations. We're going to name our animation walk. Okay. Now we're going to make maybe 4 seconds of animation. I'm going to go to second 1. I'm going to start. So I'm going to move this leg. It's going to rotate the body. So let's say it goes like this. Okay, once you're done animating, you just click these and it creates keyframes. And you want to go to the exact second you want to animate that. Okay, the next leg. Okay, now this one should rotate like this, because it's pushing it. Also, notice how I forgot to put the keyframes on this. You can put them afterwards also. Okay, put the keyframes, go here, so it's going to push the body a bit up also. So it should rotate like this. Okay. And okay. Now the hands, they should also kind of move along with the body. I'm gonna want it to do something, so it's gonna move its hand a bit for no reason. So I rotate with E, with E, and I move with W. So if I would do it without the hotkey, I click this, I'm able to move. Okay, then if I want to rotate, I click this, then I move it a bit also. So that's the workflow. You kind of want to move everything, so it's like exaggerating the movement. Okay, now I want to move it back, so I'm gonna go to second 2. Now why can't I select this? Okay, I'm gonna go to, I don't know, when you select these, you have to press both Shift and Control and a bunch of keys. So I'm gonna copy these, go to second 2. I think it's paste, duplicate. Let's do it again. Oh boy. Now it works. Okay. Oh, you have to click here also when you're doing it. range. Okay, now let's look. Now it should come back. Now it still doesn't look great. I'm just gonna do this side for this tutorial. And the reason, oh, it didn't do what we wanted. Or wait, it did? No. I'm cutting them with Control X. So let's try again. Okay, so I'm gonna select them, copy paste. Yeah, this time it works. Hope. Sometimes there's a bug that I have to alt tab, so otherwise it doesn't want to do selections. Anyway. I think I have to be at the exact place I'm copying them to copy them. Finally. So now the last thing is that it looks very, it's not bad, but it looks very mechanical. So you want to go and select all of them. And now you can play with the easing. Normally I do, you can try all of them and see how it looks. Okay, so if you do ease in, also you want to click this 2 times so it like reverts. So ease in, it goes like this, ease out, it's a bit slower at the end. Personally, I think I go with ease in out. So yeah, that's it. There are still some parts that could use some work. So here, for example, this stretches too much. Here, I think I did a good job. Yeah, I think that's it. If you have questions or anything, you can also join my Discord. I'll put a link in the description. Thanks.